Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I was thinking about having fun and how it seems to the more spend I the more time I spend on talking about technical things and politics, economics, these sort of issues, I feel the harder it is to have fun, just enjoy things. I remember thinking about when I was a kid how it seems as though salesmen do very little to get a decent amount of money and some often make more than the people who are actually doing work such as producing something in a factory or building a house, right? And it just seems like fun just talking with people, and then going beyond that, entertainers, you know, they look like they're having a ton of fun. And I know there's a lot of hard work behind it, but it still seems way better than sort of slaving away, working in a coal mine, making something in a factory, building a house. I mean, those might all have their upsides, but it seems like night and day. So I'm trying to do something fun with my life so that I don't get stuck in this hole of losing my humanity and not knowing how to have fun anymore. It seems like very bleak, that sort of life and possibility. So making YouTube videos is pretty cool. I still try to make stuff like singing, covers. I tried for so long to make music, and that kind of goes back to what I'm saying. Like, producing music to me was terrible. I hated it. It was boring, and I was not good at it. So then you go to, performing? And the sad reality is that there's probably way too many performers in the world already, so they don't need you. So you have to have something that's amazing. And if you went to a dance studio for 10 years and studied dance, right? You became an amazing dancer. And you studied singing for 10 years, become a great singer. It wouldn't matter at all. That's 20 years of life. It seriously wouldn't matter because there's so many people out there that are naturally great. So they might have to only practice or study for a few years or maybe even less. On top of that, they might have a better position than you. They might know people in an industry. There probably are tons of people in those positions already. So for you to get in, you have to have something, some sort of je ne sais quoi in order to beat them. It could be something simple, actually. It could be that you're just really great at marketing. But most people don't have that. Even if you're super talented yourself, you didn't even have to practice much. You're just one of the people who are naturally gifted at singing and dancing and putting on a show. That'll give you a better chance, but it's still not great. You're still probably going to need some good marketing. And interestingly, I just heard an interview with Diplo, who, if you don't know, is maybe the greatest music producer of our time. He's produced for basically every big name artist, and he makes a lot of unique stuff. And even people who are like, oh, new age music is not so good, like this modern music, I think even elderly people, if you heard some of his songs, you'd be like, wow, I actually do like this. Because he's so diversified, he pulls from all these different areas. Anyway, I digress. He was talking about how there were certain ways, he didn't go into detail, but he said there's certain ways you can push a music to try to get it the best chance to be heard by as many people as you can. And what you kind of learn from music is that it's similar with food in that you can have something good. You could maybe even have the best thing, but it has to be promoted to some degree. There's rare instances where something sprouts up from almost nowhere, but even in those instances, there's usually something pushing behind it. The only instance that I can think of in recent time where there was virtually no promotion behind it was some of Billie Eilish's early singles. However, I'm not sure if she would have blown up as much if she hadn't got some sort of record deal or promotion behind, because it sounds as though she got that initial push naturally, which is great and a great sign for something that can be successful around the world or in a country. But I think possibly if she hadn't gotten any sort of support beyond that, we may not know who she is. So it's similar with food in that if you go to a country, there may be some sort of national food that's really popular with the people, and it might be very good, but it just hadn't been promoted as much. I'm not talking about things that are just culturally promoted, but that could be too, but I'm kind of thinking more so of a brand. Maybe you have a certain brand of candy in your country that's pretty big, but if you go outside your country, it's not. And that's largely due to promotion and getting the candy in the right places and where it needs to go, and people getting a taste for it. And it's probably a decent candy. You have to have something that's not trash, but it doesn't even have to be that amazing. I'll caveat with if you want it to be like, wow, this is the song of the year, something, something massive, then yeah, it has to have all those ingredients. But to get something to make a career out of decent songs, I would say like songs that are like 7 out of 10, it's not that difficult if you have great promotion. So anyway, getting back to the point of I'm trying to have fun, and I do like talking with people. I do like talking about certain issues. So maybe that's closest I'll get for now. I don't want to say ever, but it's very difficult when you've tried to make a career in something for 20 years and failed. So just trying to have fun. Other things I like include traveling. So that's why on my channel there's a variety of things about different countries and whatnot. I love comedy. I don't, again, like the production of it so much. I think I have made some good comedy. I did stand up a couple times and I got some laughs, so I don't think they were pity laughs either. I think people came up to me after and said what a good job I did. So anyway, not funny in this video, but I think I am pretty good at coming up with decent jokes, pretty funny stuff. People used to tell me that they would go on my Facebook just to see what I would post, because they thought what I had to say was funny. Anyway, getting to not trying to praise myself, but just saying that I think I have an aptitude for it. Anyway, my point was being that it's not fun for me to do that, though. I don't like thinking of those things. I don't like the production of anything. I prefer much more the performance, and I don't even like, somebody might say, oh, you said sales, or yeah, sales is fine, but I don't like pushing things on people either. I don't like going, you gotta get this, you should get this, or let me tell you why this is the best. Like, I'd be happy to tell you about things, and why I think it's good. So maybe I could be a good salesman for some things, and I've thought about being a real estate agent and whatnot, but I live in an area where there's not many great. I'm trying to fix the lighting. Actually, get a better background because this is weird. Anyway, I live in a pretty rural area, so I don't know. I might move too, so it's one of those things where you can't move around. I also like to move, so. But having fun, kind of the point of this video. Make sure you don't forget how to have fun. On my days off, I'll be like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. It's difficult that I don't have many friends in the area that I live in. It's not where I grew up or anything. Anyway, it seems really fun to have a set performance and then go around the world doing that in different areas of like singing and dancing. And even it could be stand-up comedy, that would be great, but I don't want to have to think of the jokes. So, of course, people are going to say, well, then, can't do that. But any sort of performance, I even like just giving a speech. That's fun for me. I like some video games too. It's difficult to not get carpal tunnel syndrome though, especially if you have weak ligaments. So anyway, this is a real fun video talking about fun. No, but it's just what was on my mind, so I felt like I got to say something. So thank you for listening. Love you. Have a good one. If you would like and comment and subscribe, that'd be cool. If not, that's fine. Hopefully my videos have gotten better and that I don't make so many long pauses and ums and diatribes and going off the point and coming back. But yeah, thanks for watching. Love you. Take care.